And on to our mini class skill builder portion. This week, or this month, I'll say I presented last month. I don't necessarily want to present every month. I would love if anybody else would want to present. If you have some sort of valuable information, something educational. This podium isn't used to be a pitch. I'm not here to sell you insurance. I'm here to give you something tangible that I believe we can all grow from. And today's lesson, if you will, is compound interest, but for your career. So if I offered you $1 million today or a penny that doubled every day for 30 days, which would you choose?
Okay.
Raise your hand if you would. Hold on, this is interactive. Raise your hand if you would take the $1 million. Nobody, because I guess Kurt cheated.
Wow. Well, it's just because it's all gray.
Well, we all like cash, and $1 million cash sounds like a lot. If I hand you $1 million today, you're a millionaire today. If I hand you a penny today, you're not a millionaire.
No, he's not. He's got to pay taxes on that.
Whatever, dude. So, yeah, okay, well, the correct choice, or the most logical choice, is the penny, because the penny that doubles every day, it's worth over $5 million by day 30, and that's the power of compound interest. So today I want to talk about something as valuable as compound interest, and that's career compound interest. Most people overestimate what they can accomplish in a week, and most people underestimate what they can accomplish in 5 years. Why is that? Because success doesn't usually happen all at once. It compounds, just like money. You don't wake up one day successful. You become successful through hundreds of small actions repeated consistently over time. Raise your hands if you know of James Clear. Who knows who James Clear is? What is his claim to fame?
Atomic Habits.
Atomic Habits, exactly. So if you've read Atomic Habits, you would recognize this next slide. If not, hopefully this is something that you'll take away from today. So in the Atomic Habits book, he has a graph of the true power of tiny gains. This shows you that getting 1% better every day by the end of the year will make you almost 38 times better, just by one small increment of productivity or whatever every day. So getting 1% worse each day leads to a sharp decline towards zero. Obviously, we do not want to go in that direction, but this just exemplifies that small choices don't look like much today, but they add up massively in the long run. Again, today I give you a penny, who cares? But in 30 days, you have over $5 million, so small choices add up massively. So we'll begin with our relationship compounding. What if you intentionally build just one new meaningful professional relationship every month? That's one person a month. That doesn't look like much. That's 12 people per year. Doesn't really sound all that impressive. But over 3 years, that's 36 relationships. That's 5 years, that's 60. 10 years, that's 120. Now imagine if each of those people know dozens or hundreds of other people. That's magnified. That's insane. So at Edgewater Insurance, we have a kind of an unofficial saying that business is blind. You never know who knows who is who, or who they can introduce you to. And one simple relationship can impact your future a great deal. So it only takes one introduction for you to get a new client, a new partnership, and a job opportunity, a mentor, or a friendship that could last forever. The biggest opportunities in our lives often come disguised as people. Again, back to the chamber, I learned that here. I learned so much from a lot of people, and it was just one shy, sweaty hello. And it turned into just magnificent success. I used to be the mayor.
I know you guys laugh, but it is actually a true story.
Yeah, it is.
He used to be extremely shy, didn't want to talk to anybody, and now he's doing extremely well, so kudos to you.
1% better every day, Kurt.
Yeah.
And now the knowledge compounding.
Penny a day.
A penny a day, there you go. How many pages can everyone read in a day? Do you think you can read 10 pages? Is that something feasible?
No.
That could possibly take, we'll call it 10 minutes? Well, 10 pages a day, which doesn't seem like much, is 300 pages a month and almost 3,700 pages a year. That's roughly 12 to 15 books annually. And imagine being one book smarter every month. After 5 years of the knowledge you've consumed, you'll know more than most people will. So by reading a book a month for 5 years, you'll increase your value to your clients, and it'll make you needed, which is one of the 48 laws of power, is to make people need you. You'll very quickly become an asset just by reading 10 pages a day, consistently. and the follow-ups compounding. This one will hit home for business owners. I myself, I'm working on getting better at this too. One follow-up per day does not feel like much, but if you continue at it, that's 5 per week, 20 per month, 240 per year. Most people don't lose opportunities because they're unqualified. They lose them because they fail to follow up. Another unsung mantra in our office is the fortune is in the follow-up. I currently have about 50 quotes on my board right now. And if I were to just get 1% better every day, just work on following up with each one of them with intention, not just say, hey, how you doing? Intentionally follow up, try to, close that sale or that deal. There's no reason I shouldn't have 50 more policies. I'm aiming for one a day. That'll put me at 80. That would be my best month in my whole career. I've been doing this for 5 years. 80 would be phenomenal. But again, it starts with one little action. One small action equals massive results. It can be a simple email, it can be a text, or even a coffee invitation. Now, networking compounds, kind of like what Bren was talking about. Let's say you attended one event every month. We'll call it Young Profits. That's 12 events a year, and after 5 years, that's 60 events. And going back to the relationship compounding, if you met one new person each meeting, and that person knows 10 people, that's 120 people each year, and over 5 years, that's 600 new relationships. And in 600 new relationships, the possibilities are endless, honestly. I don't think I know 600 people, and my growth has been catastrophic, all from networking. Imagine being the person who consistently shows up while everyone else comes and goes. I don't know if you guys know what BNI is. I'm the president of my BNI. One thing I really enjoy about BNI is they have an accountability thing. It's a VCP. I preach this all the time because it's so true everywhere. It's visibility, credibility, profitability. The more visible you are, the more credible you become because, I see Bren every meeting. I see Bren. So I know who she is. I know what she does. And now when I think of people who, require real estate needs, I think of Bren because I see her all the time. She's always top of mind. So to remain visible is to build your credibility. It will increase your profitability, not even just in this room, but, apply that everywhere. Everywhere you go, be seen, be known. And if you have a thing, use it. Mine, for example, is my flannel. I'm consistently in my flannel everywhere I go. It's so much so that when I don't wear it, people don't recognize me. They're like, wow, I didn't know you didn't not own a flannel. So if you have something like that to stand out, that can help and that can, expedite your VCP, your growth. So, when people recognize you, they build trust, your relationships deepen, and the opportunities come to you. Again, it's about being top of mind. And really quick, we'll do an interactive exercise here if we could have some participators. Think about where you were professionally 3 years ago. And then if you could, just by raise of hands and quick shout outs, let me know, what is one small habit that you did consistently back then that has, affected you, that helped you grow today? Derek, you've locked eyes. I'm going to have to call on you.
All right. So about 3 years ago, I did not have much of a vendor network whatsoever, and so what I started was a lunch group, and every month we went to go have lunch, called it Power Plates, and I just invited people every month, and I did it consistently over and over again. I would write a newsletter, started putting Facebook ads out, and just kept on doing it, and now we're at 40 people every month, typically at a different restaurant. We just sit down and have lunch, and there's no pressure. So that has changed my life.
And did you know, because I think when I started attending, it was like meeting 3 or 4, maybe. It was pretty early on. There was like 6 of us. Yeah. Did you know what it would turn into?
Yes, I did.
Well, you planned for that.
Planned for it, yeah.
But that was done through the little actions, right?
It was done through the consistent actions, based on a book that I read called The 7 Levels of Communication. I don't know if anybody's read that book. But it was based off of that, and then also Atomic Habits. I knew if I kept on doing it, it would take shape.
I do recommend going to the Power Plates really quick. You can win a free book. And they're always good books like Atomic Habits or I never win. I've been for like 4 years. I haven't won a book yet. No. You should rig one for me.
I was going to say,
I bought Atomic Habits, so don't give me that one.
Okay.
We have a few. Kurt, Brent. Phil?
I'll just say 3 years ago, I helped a little bit more with the chamber, just because I wanted to reach out and help more people. And the one thing is texting. I text people individually, and a lot of you probably receive my text, the ones that are shaking their head. Just to show them, hey, there's events coming up, reminders. So if I look back, it used to be like 5 or 6, 7 maybe people 3 years ago. Now I think I'm well over 60. So people respond to me, hey, I can't make it. Hey, I'd love to be there. Hey, thank you for reminding me. So that's one thing in the last 3 years that's really helped me help others.
Yeah, to piggyback off that real quick too, that's how we started Young Profits. I was just sending emails and a Facebook post every now and then. But when I became intentional and sending personal invites, everyone here got a text from me from my phone. Then I started seeing results. So again, it's the little things that do add up. Yeah, Bren?
I took my first Ninja installation 3 years ago. And it's funny because I met you right around then. He introduced me to the chamber and was like, what do you want to do? You regret it every day, I know. No, but if you've ever taken Ninja, if you've ever heard of Ninja, and I think if you want, Mike, I can do that next month. I can show.
Oh yeah, that'd be sick.
Some of the
I would love
Ninja
that.
stuff next month, yeah, that'd be.
I'll put you in.
So I can tell you.
Everyone heard it. Everyone heard it.
That there's a Ninja 9, right? There's 9 things that you should be doing consistently. And so I figured it out because, you know me, I figured out if I do 3, I'm good.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm making money. So, you know, whatever. But then I got my broker and he just kind of got his hands on me and he was like, we went to another installation again. Because you know how much money you can make if you were actually doing all 9, right? So he has me in 2 different groups where, so just part of it, a little snapshot, 50 phone calls, 2 note cards a day, 10 texts a week, 10 texts, and then there's videos, like, and it's very specific, obviously, to my industry, but we don't talk about real estate.
Yeah.
All that interaction does not talk about real estate. People will come to me when they need to come to me. You know, and ergo Ninja, right? A Ninja doesn't, right? Ninja's just under the radar. And it completely changed my business, and I know people who took the first installation with me who have their own brokerages now. You know, so it is very powerful, but consistency is the number one thing. And when you were saying flow, like we call it, if you ain't got no flow, you ain't got no dough, right? So you have to, those habits have to be constant. So he's like, you ain't got no flow, you ain't got no dough.
Yep. Thank you. Phil?
Yeah, one of the things that we do really well is our monthly newsletter and market updates. And it's just a great way to stay top of mind. It's that drip marketing. And funny enough, I got a text 2 days ago from a guy, almost 3 years to the date, where we went out golfing, talked to him, he had an advisor, and he's like, you know, I'm just not ready to make a change. I'm like, that's fine, let's just stay in touch. And he texts me, and he's like, hey, I just want someone else to look at my stuff. And, you know, immediately called him and was like, what's going on? And his advisor had done a few things. And he's like, you know, I've always thought about you because I love your newsletters, I love that, right? So it's just that slow thing. I mean, that's probably 36 emails over 3 years that it took just to be there, the occasional reach out, how you doing, you know, Instagram, whatever. So it's just funny to me that literally 3 years ago, almost to the date, we went out.
Well, I knew that, and I made this slide just for you.
Well, I appreciate it. It's good timing.
Jasmine, did you
got
want?
me excited about compounding, so I'm trying to contain that. I'm excited to hear it, so.
I was gonna say, 3 years ago, I really consistently started building my social media. And again, anything that any of us do in our business consistently is, you're gonna see results. But obviously with where social media is today, it's definitely very important to have that online presence. And I have noticed tremendous, like a lot more people viewing my stuff, reaching out to me, and building more connections online, which has been huge for me.
That's compounding efforts, you know, drip campaigns, texts, whatever. Yeah. Thank you for sharing. That's compounding.
Oh, I just realized I should have maybe said this at the beginning. You made me think of it with the social media. So I have really ramped that up big time and interface with the 2 chambers that I interact with. And I actually closed my first deal from somebody that just reached out through Facebook.
Nice.
Closed it remotely, and it's the first time I directly got business solely from social.
And that's like validation. Now you're going to keep it up because you want another one, right?
I'm going on it right now.
Well, not now. Not now.
And it's free, it's free marketing.
You can
I'm
wait.
going to check into this event though.
Okay.
Like, I do it, everything I go to, I tag the chamber and I check in. And it just, your algorithm just starts to populate and then all your stuff starts to get viewed a lot more.
Lane, last one.
I attended one of these like PHH, the Palm Harbor Happenings monthly luncheons, and there was a speaker there talking about SEO and what you would need to do to try to drive people into your establishment. And I tried to implement some of those things through my LinkedIn profile and setting up a business LinkedIn profile. I briefed about that at this session a few months ago, and essentially what I've started almost like a research breadcrumbs blog on there. So about every 10 days I'm posting what I'm learning before I even launch and open the business. And it's actually, we're the only franchisee doing it of the 20 open studios, so it's turned into kind of like a national following now. So
Nice.
I'm thinking that's helping drive interest in SEO into our business. So that's just some other thought that came to mind when you were asking about this exercise.
Yeah, thank you for sharing. That's compounding. And then the most problem people have is we're obsessed with dramatic results, but success usually looks boring. We want the instant success, we want the viral growth and the immediate recognition, but the fact of the matter is success is showing up, it's following up, it's reading, it's learning, and it's improving. The people we admire often aren't doing extraordinary things, they're doing ordinary things extraordinarily consistently. That's kind of hard to say. Most people are waiting for one big opportunity to change their life. Oops. The truth is, your future is being built by small decisions that you're making today. Success rarely comes from giant leaps. It comes from consistent, intentional actions repeated over time, just like compound interest. So I challenge everyone in here to make one small action that you can commit to every day and that you'll be thankful for in the future. And that is the power of career compound interest. Thank you so much. Any questions, comments, additions?